Are we good? We ready?
Yo,
Yeah.
let's go.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the OtakuCast post show. We're so fucking glad you're here. I can
Hi.
swear now. I had a booger in my eye. Sorry, an eye booger in my eyeball there for a second.
Oh,
This is a
jeez.
post show, the show after show for episode 9. What were you going to say?
I was just gonna say hi.
Oh, say hi.
Yeah, no. This week we watched KonoSuba, God's Blessing on This Wonderful World, Legend of Crimson. Which
Can I
apparently
say hentai or dojushin now, or doshin, or whatever?
you can say, yeah, sure.
Daojin.
This was
Daojin. That's what it is. Daojin.
This is just
pronounced
this
it
is
apparently
an
wrongly anyway.
yeah, this is an ecchi. This is an ecchi.
This is definitely.
That has
It's
many
So-
thousand.
So, this yes.
This movie. We're just gonna jump right into it, huh?
Well, I was gonna say this movie is based off of the light novel "Let's Go Crimson Magic of Explosion," which is the 5th volume of the KonoSuba series. Film released in August 30th, 2019 in Japan. Crunchyroll acquired the rights to the film in select regions outside of Japan. It had select theater showings in October and November of 2019. The dubbed version came out in April 2020.
It was delayed because of COVID. We could say it here.
Yeah, so it was, it's 90 minutes. It is distributed by Katawaka Dai Studio.
It was
which,
the original light novel was by Natsumi Akatsuki.
I mean, yeah. So, yeah, I don't know much actually about the studio. There isn't really too much that it has about what they did.
I don't know much about the anime.
It made 700 million yen in Japan, and it made $1 million overseas, which is not great.
No, not the greatest. It didn't even didn't cover its budget. That's for sure.
No, the production company was JC Staff, who have done have they done anything that people would actually know? Revolutionary Girl Utena. I'm trying to think. Excel Saga. That makes a lot of sense. Azumanga Daioh. That makes a lot of sense. I'm trying to think of ones that people would actually know. Doki Doki School Hours. Starship Operators. Loveless, Honey and Clover. Yeah! I'm really...
Is Loveless a hentai?
It's a boys'
Chase
love,
knows it.
yeah.
Ah, there you go.
It's...
Slayer's Revolution? Huh?
Yeah.
Toradora?
Nani?
Toradora is actually really good. Look, for a slice of life romance, Toradora is awesome. I read the whole manga and watched the anime.
Oh, damn.
It's
You
actually
like a
really
slice
good.
Of you like a slice of life romance?
Yeah, no, that is one of the few that I actually really enjoyed. It had really good characters and character development. A certain scientific railgun. Bakuman. They made Bakuman. I'm really just trying to find some of the ones they actually did that were anybody would know. But yeah, they made a bunch of kind of the hentai prince and the stony cat.
Oh,
all right.
Yeah. Nice.
Well, that is the thing they did. It seems like they've done. They did Prison School. Jesus, they really only have like 2 ways about it.
I've not seen it yet.
So, yeah, let's get into the plot.
Sorry, somebody just sent a meme to my group on Facebook.
Oh, is that me?
Both of them. Let's just look. There's another. Let it go. Let it go.
You wanna?
I'll put it up on screen in a moment.
It's fine.
Should you? I don't know if you should put the other one up on screen.
Nah, let's get into the story of this all. I got dinner to make. I'm hungry.
Sorry. Go for it.
Yeah.
Cosmo,
So
I'll start. Kazuma and his party are down on their luck. Megumi's use of explosion magic backfires and they lose all the bounty from their latest quest. The group sits in shame at the Adventurers Guild until Union arrives. She tells Kazuma that she needs to have a son with him in order to save the world, and that the
world.
Crimson Demon Village, where she needs to have.
Where she and Megumin.
Sorry, I am dyslexic sometimes. Where she
I
and
got
Megumin
this.
are from under attack by one of the Demon King's generals. Later at Kazuma's mansion, the former part of the story is to be found to be a falsely written by Megumin and Union's classmate Aru. Embarrassed, Union heads back to the village, which is a really weak plot, honestly.
It's a very weak. The whole thing's a weak plot. There really fucking isn't a plot so much as like a string of random events that keep happening.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say, so the next day the party decide to go to the village. They are teleported outside of it by Wiz, where Cosmo is chased almost to the point of his capture by a group of female orcs. Union appears and the orcs flee. Cosmo's party... yeah?
Can we just...
What?
That scene. I love how almost every single time we have a weird topic, one of the episodes or the movie correlates with it somehow. And this was some anti-R asterisk PE stuff that was going on. Harem. For such a pervert that the Kazuma is, he had all he could have wanted right there.
Look, no one wants to be with an orc. No man, no woman wants to be with an orc.
I would have been with an orc.
Really?
Yes.
Really?
Okay, have you ever...
I don't know, I have standards.
That's... Wow, yeah.
Look, I don't...
Wow.
Look, orcs
all those
are not...
fuckers out there, DC
I'm sorry. No, orcs in anime are just... They're too animal.
I would love to fucking orc. I'm just saying.
They're
too animal.
And they're monsters, yes, but they're intelligent. And they, in this movie, in this case, they literally explained the reason why they needed similar to the elves. The elves were okay, but the orcs were not, because the elves are prettier than the orcs.
No, they don't look like animals. They don't look like animals. Orcs literally have tusks, pig noses, and fur. That's too far for me.
And
Anyway. Yeah, no. What's the counter argument to? They've got tusks.
Look,
I wouldn't want to do the horseman either. No.
No,
too animal.
That's
too animal.
He can consent, so it's fine.
No, sorry.
Ace has a point. Okay, I won't
consent,
lie. You guys
you can have sex
can at me all you want. Yes, I do personally have tastes that go to the wilder side. If it can consent, and it is monstrous, I am interested.
I ain't gonna be shamed for. No, that thing looks like an animal. So no.
See, there's a whole thing called I think I'm pronouncing it wrong. Tetrophilia, which is attraction to consenting monsters, because they have to consent. They have to be able to be intelligent enough to consent.
Well, the main character wasn't consenting.
No, and that's why I'm saying that was wrong. But I'm just saying that he was being awful in the fact that if he was so damn horny, there was all those consenting females that would have been happy to... I mean, they were a little bit boisterous, snoo style of Futurama Amazon ladies, but, you know, if he was put his... Hey, you have to be nice. Be nice. And I'll think
they look too much like animals.
There's a lot of people out there that'd probably take them up on their offer.
Well, anyway. There's also people that are into that.
Hi.
In their own way. So, basically what happens is that Union appears and the orcs flee. Cosmo's party are taken to Megumin's house and are greeted by her sister, Komeko. Megumin falls asleep immediately after the group gets there, leaving Cosmo to have an awkward conversation with her parents. Yeah. No shit, it was awkward. Hyoizabaru and Yui and the nature of his and Megumin's relationship. When Cosmo reveals that he is rich and owns a mansion, the parents immediately warm up to him. I guess in the series.
I know nothing about this show. Does he?
I don't know. I never watched it.
He also seems to be in debt.
Because of them. Yeah, I don't.
Anyway,
I
carry on.
don't
Carry on.
fucking know. So yeah, that evening against the will of that evening against the will of darkness. What?
I don't know.
What? I'm trying to figure out.
Against the will of darkness. That's what it says in the
Yeah,
Wikipedia. I don't.
like my brain won't allow that to be a sentence because it's just like, what? I mean, in the cover of Darkness,
Yeah,
Yui locks Kazuma in the same room as a
darkness is
sleeping Megumin.
capitalized like it's a person.
Yeah, I know. I don't.
Aqua is a person, so. Oh, wait, yeah, Darkness is a character.
That's right. Against the will of darkness. That's right.
The
Darkness is the Crusader.
the night.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
Okay.
It's a name. There you go.
Yeah, it's so that's what fucks me up.
It
It's
should
such
be
a stupid name.
against darkness's wishes.
Yeah, hoping, yeah, so yeah, mom locks Kazuma in the same room, hoping to force him into a romantic relationship. Megumin soon leaves via the window,
That scene
which,
was entertaining.
well, yeah, no, also kind of messed up
It
because
was
she
very
is
fucked up.
100% was leading him into it. Like, she baited him into
Her
the whole
mom,
thing. Yeah.
Megumin's mom pretty much wanted whatever the fuck his name is, Kazuma,
Kazuma to,
force himself or whatever onto her daughter while
and
she was
so
sound asleep.
he fought it, he really did. And he was actually going to go for a kiss, which I was like, you know what, dude? It's messed up, but fucking at the least,
If
you
all you're
weren't gonna go full on.
all you were gonna do is kiss her, that's messed up. But that's whatever. That's whatever.
Yeah,
But he wound up just laying beside her, and then
yeah. He kind of goes for it, but he's really fighting himself. And then she wakes up, and then she kind of like baits him to being a
bit.
pervert. Well, a little bit. She's just like, you're not gonna do anything. Like, come on. And then she's like, I knew you were a pervert. And I'm like, what?
Speaking of perverted characters, can we talk about Darkness herself that has this obsession with being swallowed by things?
Or just like abused and used and I don't know.
Especially how she started moping hearing that all the male orcs were extinct, so she
Yeah, like
one.
yeah, like what the fuck? She's messed up, man.
Mood.
She is
And
messed
got swallowed
up.
by a tuna, and she got all turned on by
Yeah,
that.
and then
You
I
can
guess
swear.
I don't know.
I can. She got
She's-
horny. Maybe she had an orgasm.
Bonk.
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. This anime is fucking weird.
It's
Yeah. Then montage.
Yeah, but anyway, and Megumin leads then like the next day leads a party on a tour of the village, visits to her school. The mage killer weapon is said to destroy the world. She claims it's to cure. As they go back to Megumin's house, Darkness is accosted by monsters led by Sylvia.
Wait. They're gonna gloss over the fact that they had a dark god sealed away, but it escaped.
Probably.
And then they had that other like super evil demonic thing that they had sealed away that escaped.
Yeah,
Like that was what she said. Like yeah, we had all this stuff that was sealed away, but it escaped. And he's like, you guys are really shitty at keeping things sealed, aren't you?
Yeah, there's also a succubus bar, which
Also, they're all fucking weird. Every single one of that clan is weird.
yeah, they all like being dramatic. That's their thing. Is they
Like, yeah, it didn't even talk about because they
what
got
about the mysterious building that they have no idea what it does, but they know it's a threat?
Well, they didn't talk about the fact that they got when they were teleported, they got attacked. They didn't really mention that because they got attacked by the Dark Army, and then like the 4 people from the Demon Village showed up, and they were like, "My fire will burn you down to hell." It's like my ice will freeze you forever, and they make all of these like big boisterous claims about their magics.
That comes, I think.
No, that happened early. That happened after they teleported there, before anything else.
Yeah.
And,
You're right.
And so they made all these big claims about their magic, and then they all just used like the one like light sword blast thing. And so it's just like they're all a very, very weird village. And apparently they've been that way since their inception.
look. But anyway, monsters led by Sylvia. Sylvia's a character, all right. A general. This is where that one meme
She is
came
a
from, by the
character.
way. I'll get to that. A general in the Demon King's army. Sylvia retreats after Kazuma introduces himself as Mitsurugi and reveals that he's defeated Belja, Venner, and Huns. That night, I guess other generals in the demon army, I guess. That night, an alarm for infiltrators is sounded in the village. Kazuma's party is almost immediately found Sylvia. Sylvia takes Kazuma to the building holding the mage killer.
Wow, they skipped a lot.
Yeah, they sure did. Now, mind you, there was at some point during the tour, they also see this weird drying pole that the merchant is using.
Yeah, which
dry
is a
clothes.
fucking gun.
It's like this random rifle, and they take note of it enough that you're like, yeah, that's important for something.
Well, cause it's a gun.
And then,
Why is it there?
Sylvia, by the way, is dead fucking sexy, and she's definitely Lady Dimitrescu. She's like 90.
Yeah, she is tall and buxom and packing.
And she also like tentacles Kazuma.
So what you're saying is she's
Yeah.
hot.
Yes, she's very.
She's
You saw what I sent
futa.
you. You saw what I sent you.
I'm in love with
She's
her.
a futa.
I love
Yeah,
her.
she.
Cause
You don't know what
she's
futa
like.
means. It's a woman with a dick.
Cause she does say I am a chimera after all, and he's like, why does it feel like something's poking my butt? She's like, something is.
Once he agrees to go with her because she's pretty much agrees to breed with him because he's that horny, then she reveals that. And then she reveals that he's like, why is something poking my butt? Because something is. And then that's when he starts freaking out. It's fucking hilarious. That was the best part of the movie. But he also betrays into his entire party for boobs and pussy.
Well, because they're not gonna fuck him, so you know.
He literally gets mad and goes on this rant about how they're never gonna fuck him.
Man,
so
got
that's
a fucking jacket somehow, my fam.
They just keep
There's literally a
teasing
succubus
him.
bar in town. There is literally a succubus bar.
He doesn't want to pay for it.
Yeah, and
he doesn't want to pay for it.
Ew.
That hurts your pride.
I don't know how succubuses work in this world, but usually they need sex to subside on, so I don't think you'd have
Who
to
knows
pay.
if they're even actually succubuses or if it's just called that? This village is fucking weird.
Just all hoes, darkness there.
Fucking.
So anyway,
that'd be an incubus bar she'd go to.
Nice.
I would go to both bars.
Mixed.
I'd go to any bar with that kind of promise. Anyway,
Darkness wants a man, so she'd go to the incubus bar.
Personally, I don't any of those bars, but anyway, yeah, I lost my spot. Not alarm for the thing, and then Kazuma's party's on. Sylvia takes
almost
Kazuma
immediately,
building, and then holding the mage killer. You find out that the mysterious building is holding the mage killer weapon.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they can't figure out how to open the door. Nobody can.
Yeah,
it's a Nintendo controller.
It's the Konami code.
Like, I can read this. It's Japanese. And she's like,
no, he doesn't say that yet. He says like it's a controller, and he's like, well, there's the infamous. He enters the Konami code: up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, select, start.
You think I would really betray everyone? She makes allude. She says something that's like, I'll give you sex or something. He's like, up, up, down, down, left, right, B, A, start or some shit. He just instantly does it. Lets her in. She merges with the thing.
Yeah.
And then closes.
Well, he seals her in there, and then she ends up merging with it.
And then he reunites with this party, and then the mage killer, she defuses with the mage killer and destroys the building. She disables almost everyone's magic ability and starts to destroy the village. Kazuma's group go to find relics that contain a way to stop the weapon. Kazuma can read the relics as they are written in Japanese and discovers that a rifle from one of the town shop is needed to destroy the mage. It's the one that they're using as a drive.
Yeah, well, basically he finds out about the story of the creation of the village, which he's got Megumin with him, and he's like covering her ears so that she doesn't find out that basically there's a scientist from Japan was sent into the distant past of this kingdom, which the high priestess they travel with is the goddess that does it, I guess, because he looks at her and he's like, you need to stop fucking sending people. Weird people, because this dude was a scientist, and he gets found out by this village of people, and they're like, they want magic and they want red eyes. And he's just like, all right, so I modified him to have magic and gave him red eyes.
They're all all humans that were experimented on, is what.
Yeah, and then they wanted a name, so he's like, I just called them Crimson Demons.
And they thought that was amazing.
Yeah, and then he made the Mage Killer as like a prototype for something, and they wanted a method to fight it, so he created a fucking railgun.
Yeah, I don't know. And then the
I got this.
undecipherable tablet, and he's like, I
Yeah.
can read it's just Japanese, and they're all like,
Yeah.
yeah. But did you notice the other side of it had like anime girls on it?
Yes, because that dude was just he was an otaku. So they find the rifle while Union distracts Sylvia. Aqua charges it with her magic, but then Kazuma attempts to fire it. Nothing happens. When Megumin sets off an explosion aimed at Sylvia, the power is sent into the rifle, which succeeds in loading it to the maximum.
Did you notice that Sylvia is now half anal beads?
Yeah, she's this weird snake anal bead thing. It's weird. Also, I loved Komeko, because they're gonna fire the rifle and she just like grabs it and fires it, and then she claims her own title where she's like greater than a general of the Dark Army.
By the way,
the sub. In
the dub, at some point in the near future, Kazuma said fuck. He said fuck in the dub.
Well, they didn't say that.
Oh dear.
So Komeko fires the rifle, causing Sylvia to be wounded to the brink of death. But as she passes into the afterlife, she comes across Beldia and Hans and fuses with them, and the three of them revive together as one fused general. Wiz and Vanir show up to find someone in the village who can help make one of Kazuma's items, but end up joining the fight. Wiz gets everyone in the village to transfer their magic to Union and Megumin via Spirit Bomb. Yes, as Kama is taken in by Sylvia as a lover and attached to her chest. We'll talk about that. Union and Megumin fire a gigantic light of saber and explosion combination right into the Kazuma and Sylvia, killing them both. Eris revives Kazuma, and he and his party return to Axel. Yeah, no, so there's a lot there. That's
when he says fuck, is they fire the rifle and it goes through his chest when he's like in his chest, and he goes he says something like "fuck, my life sucks" or "my life fucking sucks" or something like that.
So he keeps talking about. Yeah, he doesn't even say that in the sub. It's not even close. But yeah, so basically he makes a plan where he's like he has boost his luck stat to max. Because apparently he puts all of his points in luck.
Mind you, this dude also, I guess, can't level up. I guess that's
don't know.
Some plot point of the show. I don't know. I guess. I don't know, but yeah, that's the thing. And then when she's revived, no one can beat her. So he's just like, he finds out that what she wants is love. So that's why he's like, "I'll love you. I'll be your lover." Yeah,
rips his shirt off, and they do the whole lovers.
Attempts to be sexy. That was pretty.
Yeah, well, she falls for it. I mean, she takes him in, and he uses that to lower her defenses when they fire the saber explosion thing.
Yeah.
And then she dies.
Who Eris is somebody.
She's the goddess because he's in a like.
Oh, that's right. The goddess that pumped up his luck.
No, different goddess. It looked like.
I don't know. It really didn't show that because he was dead, and
no,
then all of a sudden at the picnic,
he was in a no. It showed it in the thing. He was in a chair in like the afterlife, and there was a goddess that was just like, ugh. Probably because he got exploded, so he probably didn't look too great.
Probably, yeah. But there was a lot that happened there. There was a lot of drama, and there was also the whole daddy merchant dudes. The drama of them and how Megumin's dad tried to save the day, and it was entertaining.
So
don't ask for a logical plot in this movie.
No, I'm gonna throw out the last little sentence here.
I wanted to do that one. At a picnic, asked Kazuma to put her experience points into a skill other than explosion magic, which he seemingly does. She casts an explosion and finds it much stronger than usual because she says she's not gonna do it anymore, but he goes more for old time's sake.
Yeah, you haven't done your explosion today.
Realizing that Kazuma disregarded her request and put the points into explosion magic, as a return to the other, smoke forms in the shape of a heart.
Goddamn fucking nuke is what it was. Jesus Christ. You saw her explosions earlier, and then you saw that one.
Fuck all those people that lived over there, by the way.
That mountain's gone!
That's
hey, all that means more experience points.
Yep. And she probably loved her explosion even more. Why do they have paper cards that
I
say that there's?
don't know.
Is this an isekai
I
originally?
yes,
Yeah.
because he was sent there, is what he said. I don't know. The whole movie he was talking about his era of popularity though. And when he gets back to Axel, they're like throwing him up and down. There's a bunch of women that are happy to see him and stuff. And I'm like, he's like, who knows when my next era of popularity will come? And I'm like, what do you mean? What do you fucking mean? You have a bunch of women around you right now. You fucking what? What do you mean? What was this movie? This movie was fucking weird. It was weird. It was very weird. It's a comedy. It's definitely a comedy. It was one of those like,
Yeah.
definitely a
For sure.
nonsensical kind of comedies where it's just
Like-
like you're just meant to.
I mean, it's
I
same
know.
with Jobless Reincarnation. That's a
You know,
comedy.
Kazuma Soto, a boy who's sent to a fantasy world with MMORPG elements following his death. Yep.
It's an isekai.
An isekai.
Yeah. It's weird. I mean, I don't know what to say. Honestly, I really don't know what to say anymore. We covered a lot of the movie and just what it was,
We hit
and it's
peak.
just like, yeah, we hit peak. We hit peak. Like I don't know what to say about this movie. Is what we hit.
I'm gonna say that it was equal parts good and bad.
Yeah. Well,
Give it that. I'm gonna give it that because its animation was good. The dub's voice acting was good. It was pretty. It had its funny
I
moments. It had
I
its.
don't think it was bad. I think it was just a movie for people that know the series.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's exactly
like,
what it
with-
is.
Yeah, with Goblin Slayer, you didn't have to watch. You didn't need to watch the
I did
series to
watch
get.
the series
Yeah,
because I
but you
wanted
didn't need to.
No,
You
I did.
understood. You could. Yeah, you could get
I'm
the
glad
gist
I
of it.
did, but
This was one you have to see the series to know what the fuck is going on.
because I was just thrown into this and I was like, who the fuck are these
Mm,
people? And
It's-
why are these people? And you know, like
Yeah, it's because if you don't know the characters, you don't understand anything that's going
they didn't
on.
even attempt to give you any sort of backstory or
No.
anything any of this
No.
either. Normally, you get at least like a 2 to
So
5 minute expose.
I'm gonna.
Hi, my name is Kazuma. When I died, I was sent here and da 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 da. Nothing.
I'm gonna judge it on the
We does it
pre.
in futas or anal snake.
Well,
teeth
no, I was gonna say.
explosions or
I'm gonna judge it based off of the concept that this is a movie for fans of the series.
oh, yeah, that's fair.
I don't.
Vaporeon fell down.
Yeah, because that's who it's
I don't.
aimed at. Like, that's its
Yeah,
target
this
audience.
This is 100% not for people like you and me that don't know the series. This
Yeah.
is a 100% for fans of the series.
Rated
So I have to rate the movie based off of that kind of
Give it to
mindset.
Dark Side and rated in futas.
All right, sure. How many dark skinned futas?
No, I said given to the dark side and rated in futas.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she was a dark skinned futa. I like my girls that are like tan with the the crazy hair colors. Hey, why not?
Okay, fair.
But just in general, like I like Yorichi. She's one of my favorites. There was this the blonde girl like that always has the American stuff in Food Wars.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
I got you. Okay, I'm
I
gonna.
like contrast.
If I was just rating it for itself, since I said it's got just as much good as it does bad, I'd give it a 5 out of
Yeah.
5. But being the fact this
Yeah,
is
on it.
made for the anime viewers, anime fans of the show, I'm gonna be a little bit more generous and give it six futas, 6.5 futas out of 10.
Six chimera futas. Yeah.
6 chimera out of 10 because it was not awful. And if I knew the show, I'd probably give it higher because
I
know nothing
Yeah.
about the show. If I liked the show, I'd probably it doesn't really. It looks just like your standard fare main character's a loser, a pervert.
Yeah.
You know. And I'm sorry if you like the show.
I
I don't mean to shit on it. It just looks like
I
standard fare.
I
It really does.
found the movie enjoyable.
I did
I
like
really
it.
did.
It's not
Yeah.
bad, but there was just
I
much and like so much going on that I had no idea who half these people or characters were at any time. There
yeah,
was so much.
on it
What? What? That made no
on
sense.
its
How?
on its own, I give it a 6 without pre knowing anything. I think I would really like it if I had watched the series. So for me, if I had seen the series, I would probably put this at like an 8 or a 9. So like I'm going to go with that logic of I'll give it 8 to 9 Chimera Futas out of 10
And I'm gonna
because
stick with the fact I have no
yeah,
idea about the series, and it seemed
I
like
yeah,
a
I
isekai affair. So 6
I,
Futa.
I'm going.
No,
I'm
I'll
going
even do
off of the
better.
fact that I like.
I'll even
I,
split
I'm
the difference with you and give it
yeah.
7.
I'm going off of the theory that I really like nonsensical shit. Like I fucking loved Cremorty High and I loved Bobobo, and those are as nonsensical as you could get
And
because
it was funny, but the main character, he's just so R-wordy. He's so R-wordy sometimes, and he went
he's
to abandon all. He went to
yeah.
abandon all. I know, but it might be triggering to some people. I know that.
Yeah.
I
You
just
can just say dumbass. You can just say dumbass. He's a
but
fucking dumbass.
and it's not even that upset. It was upset me that he was gonna leave all of his friends that he'd done
Uh,
a lot of things with.
here's yeah. Well, here's where I come in with the
And then he started lecturing these women why he was
it's
leaving them because they would
yeah.
not fuck him, and that
Yeah, I'm going off of like that's part of the probably like funny stupid. It's meant to be
Comedy.
stupid. Yeah, it's just meant to be dumb.
and maybe that's my
And so
mentality. I didn't find that funny. I felt that like, well, I'm gonna go betray you guys, and like, because you guys won't pity fuck me.
yeah, but that's because like for me
Well,
that's not
first,
the exact how it really
well,
was.
I've had people be like, I'm not gonna be
Yeah.
your friend anymore because you won't fuck me. I've had
Yeah,
people do
but
that in my life. So
yeah, but in terms of
not
the
like
anime, that's not really why he did it. That's not the real reason. It's just like the basic. You can. Eh, it, that wasn't the exact reason. That's the only reason why I'm not like I get what he did. It was a stupid, funny, haha
I mean,
thing.
yeah, it was still entertaining, but that kind of tainted it a little bit for me. You know what I mean? I can see both sides of it, but you know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, that's also based off of like preconceptions or things that have happened, and
It is.
those taint your opinions because
But,
those
yeah,
a
what's your
thing that
experience
might
in your
not
life?
be what it is gets tainted because of other notions. I don't like. I just think it was like a stupid scene where he was basically just saying that he was kind of tired of them treating him like shit. Like he was basically what he said in the sub was he was tired of being put into debt and losing all of his money and
See, he
everything
didn't
going
say that in the
bad.
dub. He was
Well, that's
pretty
the
much
dub's
like,
fault.
he's pretty much in the dub. He was like, "You guys tease me all the time, and none of you have sex with me, and she's willing to have
Yeah.
sex with me, and that kind of thing."
In the
Yeah,
sub,
in
he was
the
just stating, "I am underappreciated. You don't give
And
a
yes,
fuck about
he
me."
also said that he was underappreciated, but he was
Yeah.
equating appreciation to sex.
So, I would state then that is an issue with the translation, and that is not the fault of the series itself. It's a fault of the
I'll give you
translators
that.
who
I'll
fucked
give you
that
that.
up.
yeah, in the
So-
series, like
Still gonna stay with 7.
I mean, I would be with him. I would be like, no, fuck you girls constantly make me broke. I lose money. I'm in debt. You fucking blow up everything, and you are just you don't do shit. Darkness, go away.
Chase, you were gonna say something? I'm sorry.
oh yeah, I was just gonna say in the series, they make fun of him a lot and they make a
Yeah.
lot of jokes at his expense. Like they're always like really, really like
Mean,
yeah,
cruel.
they're
Yeah.
awful to him. Like a lot of
Yeah.
the time.
You
I
can
don't know.
kind
He
of
kind
tell
of
that.
deserves it. He kind of
What?
deserves it. But
That
I'm
was-
Well,
saying.
he didn't-
eh.
He didn't try anything with them, like throughout the movie. Really, he
Nah,
didn't try anything, but he was forced into certain situations by
That's
the mom who
true.
knocked everyone else out. Yeah.
That's true.
She
So,
went
That's
bonk.
fair.
I'm gonna keep. Yeah, I'm gonna keep my
fair.
8 or 9.
I'm gonna stay with my
just based
7.
off
I'm
of.
happy with 7 Futa. Nice above average Futa for you.
Yeah.
Easy to
It
stay with.
all. This is all because we don't have the backstory to the movie. we don't have the characters' interactions and relationships. So we're like taking
who
this little
knows?
snapshot.
If
Little
yeah, little
snapshot.
snapshot, this little chunk of the world. If I watched the show and I knew more about it, sorry for bumping my mic, I might
I
even
know
feel
it's popular.
differently about that
Yeah.
scene.
Yeah.
And as I said, I like the animation, I like the world. Just some of the humor hit a little differently with me, but I still found it funny.
It hit
I find
differently.
I find that at a fault a lot of translations that don't
Matt?
keep
fair.
it. It's localization is
Yeah.
dumb, in my opinion. I think it's
Which-
fucking stupid,
You know
and
what?
it
That's
ruins a
something we
lot
could
of
always talk
anime.
about in another topic is a lot
Yeah.
of localization because, like, we did briefly touch on that, but a lot of times, especially older animes, that's something that suffered a lot. Like Digimon
Yeah.
and Pokemon, that suffered a lot. But that's
Yeah.
a topic for another day.
Newer ones they've done a lot of
Better.
like American politics thrown into it, and I'm like, that makes no sense in the situation.
They're trying to be hip and jive with the times, I suppose.
But it does it ruins the anime because you're like, that's not even close to what they said.
Yeah. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for being our patrons. We appreciate you. We appreciate you being here. We appreciate you watching. And don't forget, if you guys
Thanks for your
watch the
support.
show or if you like it, drop it in the comments below.
Tell your friends.
Tell your friends. And remember, if you're watching this, you're canonically attracted. If you're here,
Your family.
thought I'd forget this time, didn't you?
You throw it in.
You know what I didn't forget? We had a whole episode of Cast without a One Piece reference.
You did.
Oh my god!
I did it for you. I was being nice this week, and I was giving you your episode.
We did it, guys. We did it.
I was being nice to you this week. You think I did, like, I put my One Piece mug over here, and I was like, I'm not gonna use it.
You forgot. Everybody.
No, I really did not. In fact,
he
no,
forgot.
because
Bye, everybody.
I really didn't.
No, he
I'm gonna be
forgot. I'm
serious.
going out on
You
the
can-
victory here. Goodbye.
All right, whatever. I really didn't.